What happens if I don't leave a tip?
Tip or no tip, these orders will get delivered. Whether it's DoorDash coming out of pocket and paying more, whether it's some kind of promotional offer that makes it worth the Dasher's time, or the new tip alert that DoorDash is putting in, kind of shaming and telling customers what might happen if they don't leave a tip. I tested it in my market. Let's watch this experience from yesterday. I think you guys are going to be surprised.
And there goes my Dasher with my order for $2. So let's open up the consumer app on DoorDash and place an order and purposefully not leave a tip. Small little order, 7-Eleven. Will I get the tip alert? Will I not? Will I be shamed? You know, this is where the miserable clowns, and I was one yesterday, go in and type 0.00 and not leave a tip. What will happen? Will I get this order? Will I not get this order? Listen, you can always add a tip afterwards on the DoorDash app, which is nice. Okay, you can add a tip, but is this going to get delivered? Am I going to get a tip alert? How long will this take? 0.00. Look at this. Is somebody going to accept this? I hit other. What's going to happen? Can I cancel it? Will I cancel it? Should I cancel it? I submitted the order, and this is what happened. It did not take long for a Dasher to accept my $2 offer from DoorDash. I didn't leave a tip. He's asking me, do you want to get something else? Double dash. It's a convenient thing. I get it. I didn't. I did not choose to do that today. I've done it in the past. I think it's a good convenience thing. But it didn't take long. It didn't take long at all for a $0 tip order to get picked up. I thought about canceling it. Then it tells me, well, you're only going to be refunded this amount. I was like, let me just see this all the way through. And, yeah, my food's coming, and Kayla's going to pick it up. What are you doing, Kayla? Now, you can add the tip, as I said earlier. I left her a tip. I had to leave her a tip because I can't do that. I can't be miserable. But what's happening out here? Why are Dashers accepting these orders? I can see that she's getting ready to go to the store. I can track her GPS. I mean, she picked it up quickly and dropped it off even quicker. Let's go pick up my food from my house that I left a $0 tip on.
Well,
and there it is.
There's the order that we would have got with no tip very easily. What a shame. So for me, there are two things that are not shocking, but also they're sad. One, Kayla took a $2 order. Base pays $2 in St. Louis. She accepted it. Now, I tipped her after, as you saw, because I can't do that. I can't. But she took it, and she took it quickly. That order didn't take long to get accepted, and didn't take long to get delivered. $2 is what DoorDash values Kayla and me and you in most markets now as a minimum. I didn't see an alert, which it is what it is. Whether you feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing, and it's not in every market, clearly, because it's not in mine. It didn't alert me. But that order got delivered. Now, maybe the second part of this is maybe she was part of some streak. It was the fifth order, so that order was really $10 for her. It was only going a couple miles, and she took it. I get it. And that's the times that DoorDash comes out of their pocket. Sometimes these miserable people that don't tip, and I didn't experiment, and I was miserable yesterday in the beginning. At least I told the algorithm and the Dasher that. And I tipped after, but maybe there's a peak pay or there's something that makes it worth the time. But DoorDash knows, and the customers know, there are enough new Dashers that will just maybe either not know better or don't care and feel like they need to have a high AR. I met 3 brand new, not pretty brand new Dashers this week in my market. People I've never met before, and I heard them having conversations. 2 of them are frustrated that they were at Jack in the Box waiting a long time. And they started talking about acceptance rate and how it mattered. And I got to do this and I got to do that. And I said, pause. What's your acceptance rate? Both of them were in the high 80s. I said, it doesn't have to be that high. I gave him a little bit of game. I said, hey, maybe you want to keep it above 50, maybe even 70, but you don't need to be in the 80s. There's no significant difference. He's saying he does $3 orders. There are more drivers like Kayla and the gentleman I met this week. than there are you and I. And maybe you are somebody that takes $2 and $3 orders. In this video, you're watching it for the first time. I don't recommend it, but do you? Because sometimes DoorDash might pay you enough to where I don't tip as a consumer. I still get my order. But listen, Kayla and all the other drivers out there, is it really worth taking those orders long term? I got a contract violation this week. Most of your contract violations are going to come from people that don't tip you. I don't think this tip alert thing is going to last long with DoorDash. I just don't think it is. It's a way for them to just say, you know what? Indirectly, it's a way for them not directly to tell you, the consumer, right, or to me, hey, we lowered base pay, so we need to make sure these orders get delivered and our drivers taken care of. But you need to be the one doing that. And most of our pay is going to come from the DoorDash consumer. If you look at your pay breakdown, most of your earnings, I bet 60, 65, maybe 70% of your earnings is coming from the customer tips. So we need tips clearly, because if that went away and people just stopped tipping like I did yesterday in the beginning, orders will get delivered, but DoorDashers are not going to make a lot of money and they'll quit. And then the consumers that are good aren't going to have Dashers out enough to deliver their food. But DoorDash knows they can replace us very easily. Kayla accepted a $2 order. Now, she got paid more than that because I added a tip, but she accepted it. And thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Dashers right now, as you're watching this video, are accepting $2 and $3 orders. Thousands and thousands and thousands of consumers are being alerted or not being alerted and typing 0.00 in the app for whatever reason. That will never change. These type of videos won't make customers tip. If anything, customers are tip fatigued. I've talked about that. But I did the experiment yesterday. You guys tell me what you think. That order got to me quick, and there was no issues at all, and I didn't get a tip alert. So do you tip your driver before you get your food? Do you not? If you have bad experiences, let us know in the comments down below. DoorDash tests a lot of things out. I don't think this makes any bit of a difference at all, whether you see it as a consumer or not. I didn't see it yesterday. I saw that my order would have been delivered and it would have cost me nothing. Well, it cost me fees and to get it, but I didn't have to tip and it would have got there just as quick. So what's the incentive for a consumer to really tip? It's faceless. Most of these orders are leave it at the door. I don't care. I don't care about that person that is bringing me my food. I paid the delivery fee. I paid this. I paid that. It's up to DoorDash. And if he doesn't want to take it, somebody else will take it. I don't care. I'll wait a little bit. That's the mindset of people that don't tip, and it's never going to change. And the people that do tip are tip fatigued, and we're going to see some of those people start tipping less money. Got to have different apps, different ways of making money, passive streams of income. Fold this kind of side hustle, because that's what it is, in with a W-2 or some type of career. So you have benefits and reassurance and a steady paycheck, and then make this money on the side. That's how I think we should be doing it. What about you guys? Check out the Rideshare Guys video. Tomorrow, you're going to see some similar clips of me testing it, and I even talk a little bit more about it over there. That video will be out tomorrow on the Rideshare Guy. Go check that out. You guys have a great weekend.